The boy chases his ball across the garden when he suddenly notices a large, imposing dog. He freezes, both startled and amazed, as the dog looks strikingly similar to his cherished pet that passed away a year ago. The story begins with a little boy named Alan, who stands out from other kids his age. While they spent hours playing video games, Alan's heart was devoted to dogs. His passion began at the age of 3 when he met a playful pup in his garden. As he grew older, Alan spent his days caring for stray dogs, feeding them, and playing with them whenever he could. Recognizing his deep love for animals, his parents decided to surprise him with a dog of his own. One day, they brought home Molly, a large, gentle female dog gifted by his grandma, who could no longer care for her. Molly quickly adapted to her new home and bonded with Alan. It didn't take long for the two to become inseparable, sharing countless joyful moments together. Their friendship deepened with every passing day, and Alan's love for Molly grew so much that he even asked his parents if she could join him at kindergarten. Life was perfect until one day, just after Alan turned 11, something unexpected happened. One sunny afternoon, Alan persuaded his parents to take Molly, their lively dog, on a hike in the nearby forest. Initially hesitant due to safety concerns, his parents eventually agreed, moved by Alan's excitement and love for Molly. Together, they ventured into the woods, where Alan and Molly delighted in exploring, laughing, and running through the fresh, open air. Suddenly, a loud noise echoed through the forest, startling Molly. Confused and frightened, she became agitated and tugged aggressively at the leash. Before Alan could react, Molly broke free, yanking the leash from his grasp and darting into the dense trees. Alan and his parents frantically searched for her, calling her name, but Molly was nowhere to be found. Heartbroken, Alan spent days outside calling for Molly, but she never came back. Weeks passed, and hope began to fade. Alan blamed himself for not holding the leash tighter. His parents tried to comfort him, but nothing could replace his best friend. Then, one day after school, Alan heard a familiar bark. His heart raced as he followed the sound to an alleyway. There stood Molly, thinner but still the same beloved dog. Overjoyed, Alan hugged her tightly and brought her home. Alan's parents were shocked to see Molly return after so many months. Despite their initial surprise, they were overjoyed to see Alan happy again and welcomed Molly back home. However, they soon noticed changes in Molly's behavior. She seemed distracted, often gazing out the window and sneaking off to the forest. Despite their best efforts and visits to all the local vets, Molly's health deteriorated day by day. Tragically, a year later, Molly passed away at the age of 10. This loss devastated Alan, who spent countless hours in the backyard mourning his beloved friend. Gradually, Alan started to heal, spending more time outdoors and rediscovering happiness. Then, one day, something incredible happened. Alan was playing in the front yard, kicking his ball around with exuberance. In the midst of his fun, his kick sent the ball rolling down the street. Determined to retrieve it, he hurried after it, his heart pounding with excitement. As Alan reached the end of the street, he heard a soft, unfamiliar growl. Startled, he turned to find himself face to face with a large dog. This was no ordinary stray. It bore a striking resemblance to his beloved Molly. Its fur was the same shade of golden brown, and its eyes held a familiar gentleness that tugged at Alan's heartstrings. Cautiously, Alan approached the dog, unsure of what to expect. Much to his surprise, instead of showing aggression, the dog rolled onto its back, exposing its belly in a gesture of trust and friendliness. Tentatively, Alan reached out his hand as he stroked the dog's fur. A wave of familiarity washed over him. It felt as though this dog knew him, understood him, just like Molly always had. Filled with a mix of hope and disbelief, Alan decided to bring the dog home. His parents were taken aback by the uncanny resemblance, but wholeheartedly supported Alan's decision. They posted flyers in the neighborhood, hoping to reunite the dog with its rightful owner, but days passed without any leads. Meanwhile, Alan and the dog, whom he lovingly named Molly Jr., developed a deep and heartfelt bond. Molly Jr. displayed many of the same quirks and behaviors that Alan fondly remembered from Molly: her playful antics, unwavering loyalty, and gentle nature. It felt as though Molly's spirit had returned to him in a new form. Worried about Molly Jr.'s health, Alan's family took her to the vet for a comprehensive checkup. After running tests and examining her, the vet revealed astonishing news. Molly Jr.'s DNA matched that of Alan's beloved Molly. It was nothing short of a miracle. a revelation that Molly had been pregnant when she disappeared, giving birth to a litter of puppies in the forest. The news brought tears to Alan's eyes. Molly Jr. wasn't just any dog, she was Molly's daughter, grown up and on a journey to find her family. From that moment, Alan and Molly Jr. began new adventures together. They wandered through the familiar woods behind their house, rediscovering old trails and creating fresh memories. With her inherited love for Alan and her unique personality, Molly Jr. quickly became a cherished part of their family. As Alan grew older, his bond with Molly Jr. remained unshakable. Their story stood as a testament to the lasting power of love and the deep connection between a boy and his dog. Molly Jr.'s presence continued to bring joy and comfort to Alan, serving as a poignant reminder of the incredible journey that had reunited them. What an incredible story! If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. See you in the next video.